and welcome back, LJ. I'm Whitney.
And I'm Ishan. Good to see everybody in 2022. Our semester's almost done, people.
Wow, it really flew by, especially with all the extra snow days. Here are the announcements for today.
All cast of Moana, congrats on making the show. Please come to our first all-cast rehearsal via Zoom on Schoology at 4 p.m. tomorrow. We will be discussing really important information, so plan on attending. And please stop by room 419 to pick up your scripts.
All those interested in being part of the backstage crew for Moana, there will be an interest meeting and interview next Wednesday, January 19th. More details to follow.
Now stay tuned for a spooky video about a creepy doll named Robert who really exists.
Today we'll be talking about Robert the Doll. Robert the Doll is a haunted doll exhibited at East Martello Museum. Robert was once owned by Key West painter and author Robert Eugene Otto. Here's a story about Robert the Doll. The home where Eugene lived is located at 534 Eaton Street and was built between 1890 and 1898. It was here that Eugene was given Robert the Doll, and where a friendship that lasted throughout his lifetime and beyond was forged. While he seemed like an ordinary cloth doll, it wasn't long before Robert was involved in strange and somewhat terrifying events. The first hint that something out of the ordinary was happening was one night when Jean, who was only 10 years old, awoke to find Robert the Doll sitting at the end of his bed staring at him. Moments later, his mother was awakened by his screams for help and the sound of furniture being overturned in her son's bedroom. Jean cried for help, begging his mother to rescue him. When she was finally able to wrench the locked door open, she saw poor Jean curled up in fear on his bed. His room was a mess, and Robert the Doll was sitting at the foot of his bed.
Nobody knows for sure why or how this child's playing could actually wreak havoc on a child's bedroom or do anything at all. After all, it was just a toy, right? But the weird and inexplicable didn't stop at that one occurrence. Jean's parents would often hear their son upstairs talking to the doll and getting a response back in a totally different voice. They reported seeing the doll speak and witnessing his expression change. Giggling and sightings of Robert running up the steps or staring out the upstairs window were also reported. Robert continued to live with Jean throughout his lifetime, and after Jean's parents died, he moved back into their home with his wife, Anne.
Jean decided that the doll needed a room of his own and placed him in the upstairs bedroom that had a window overlooking the street. Anne felt uneasy with Robert in the house, and although she couldn't put her finger on it, she wanted Jean to lock the doll up in the attic, where he could do no harm. Jean agreed, and as one could imagine, Robert the doll was not happy with his new digs. Soon, visitors to the home heard footsteps in the attic, the sounds of someone pacing back and forth, and devilish giggling. Neighborhood children report seeing Robert watching them from the window in the upstairs bedroom, and told accounts of the doll actually mocking them as they walked to school. When Jean heard this, he immediately went to investigate, knowing that he had locked Robert in the attic and there was no way he could be sitting by the window of the upstairs bedroom. But to his complete shock, when he opened the door of the bedroom, there was Robert sitting in the rocking chair by the window. Jean locked Robert back up in the attic several times, each time discovering him again sitting by the window in the same upstairs bedroom.
If you want to meet Robert, he's at the East Martello Museum. Visitors are welcome to view Robert in his special case at the museum, and of course encouraged to try to get a photo. The most who've tried have been unsuccessful. If nothing else, get a close look at Robert and watch him carefully. Try to catch a glimpse of him smirking at you, moving about in his case, or watching you as you watch him.
That was one scary-looking doll with a scary history to go with it.
This has been Ishan.
And Whitney.
Have an awesome day, LJ, and remember, we roar as one.